Quick.
Let's start the podcast.
Let's do it.
Hey, I'm Eden.
And I'm Sal.
Welcome to the Stay Focused podcast, where we talk to business owners about their journeys and how they got started.
They share the best parts and the worst parts of business ownership, offer their business advice, and we get all of their funny mishap stories.
We do this podcast because your story matters, so stay focused.
Yeah, after the grit and the sweat and the late nights, whoa, look at what's up and running.
That's crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
This thing is functioning.
We think words matter as well.
Yes, it's the story in all stories. It literally means one story, monomyth.
Hey, Stay Focused listeners,
Welcome.
watchers, viewers,
Welcome
fans.
Welcome to the cozy.
Yes, as you can tell, we've changed things up a little bit.
And we're cozy.
Cozy, comfy, fall vibes are all around.
And this is a great time for this big change to happen, I think, because we have something that I've been more excited for, a business I've been more excited for than most others on this show.
Mm-hmm. And that's our guest today.
Drum
We
roll.
have the
Who is it?
Jackson Brothers with Monomyth Coffee. Your turn.
They opened this coffee shop in Lubbock that has very quickly become one of the many people's favorite, one of the most well-loved coffee shops and really local businesses in Lubbock, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they just have so much wisdom to share about how they've created the company culture that they have, and just making a really great place for people to hang out and get really good coffee. And so, what? Why are you laughing at me?
You were talking about wisdom and like they also know where to park and where to not park. So it's the first thing that came to my mind.
We spilled the tea a little bit, so you're gonna like this one.
You're going to like this one. All right, let's go. No, not.
I was just drinking some coffee. Before we get into the episode, we have something very exciting that we need your help with. Monomyth has been nominated for USA Today's 10 Best Independent Coffee Shops for 2024. So voting is open until October 7th, and you can click the link in the description for this episode and go vote, because Monomyth is amazing and they deserve to be on this list. And as I record this, they are still in the number one spot. And so I'd like to keep them there. I think having a local coffee shop from Lubbock as the number one best independent coffee shop on USA Today is super cool. So, okay, let's get into the episode.
All right. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
How's it going?
I haven't actually ever met y'all yet. Well, I met you,
Yeah.
and I thought your name sounded familiar.
Uh-huh.
Randy.
So I would have introduced myself
Jackson?
a little bit. I don't know if I actually. No.
Is your name Randy Jackson?
No, it's
We
just
didn't even
Randall.
actually meet.
That's one
Your
way,
name
that's
is
one way to make
Randy
a match.
Jackson?
Randall.
Don't call
I'm
him
sorry.
Randy.
Randy
call him
Jackson.
It is a cute.
Are you about to Are you about to stab me right now?
No.
Anyways,
I just realized
now
that
I
it's
don't
so
think
close.
I met you.
What? When?
I saw you.
Yeah, at the concert the other
Yeah.
day.
You're in a band.
I'm in a band.
You're in a band?
Well, I was with Aaron. Yeah.
And I've not ever met you, but I know who you are.
I'm Trenton. Yep. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to
Hello.
meet you guys. I know
Yes.
we've
Thanks
never
for
met
having us in.
We've
Yeah.
never met.
either.
Never.
Yeah.
You know what's really
so
weird?
You definitely know them.
You know
but I
what's
don't.
really weird?
Yep.
Aaron and Trenton knew me when I was like 12.
Yep. Little pipsqueak.
Yep.
I'm
was
still
raised
the
her.
same height.
What's your age?
I'm 31.
31.
You're
No, I'm 29.
29.
Irish twins.
Oh, no.
No.
No, Savannah was a camper at Blue Haven.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a
so it's
disaster.
Great.
Yep.
Was.
okay. So y'all own Monomyth Coffee.
Yes.
on Monomyth
Yeah.
Coffee.
Okay. So how long have you been in business?
We opened June 2019, so just
Yeah, 5
celebrated 5
years.
years. Yeah, it
Oh,
was pretty crazy. So we made
you
it past
guys-
the 3-year business average.
Yeah.
So
In
That's
5 year.
wait,
5
that's
years,
an
yeah.
average?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, like
most-
it's like 1 year is like, I don't know, some large number of businesses close.
Within
in
the
3
first year.
years, another large
majority
number,
close.
and then 5 years, it's like, yes.
So you made it past 5 years.
Made it through
Those
135, yeah.
Now you just got to get
Yeah.
past the 7-year itch.
7
Yeah,
year
that's
itch,
right.
And then the 15-year. No,
I don't know.
things now.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah,
Just marriage terms to
Yeah,
be on the
marriage
lookout
terms
for.
business, yeah, it's kind of the same.
No.
It's kind of
There's
the
a lot
same.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of overlap
Yeah.
on that
Yeah.
Venn diagram.
So
So what's your favorite coffee drink?
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know. I've just been drinking like black coffee.
That's what
and
you guys all
espresso.
say. All
Yeah.
the coffee people, it's
Yeah.
just black coffee and espresso, and I don't get it.
Black
Yeah,
coffee. I like a cappuccino. A little
yeah.
6 ounce
Cappuccinos are
espresso, steam milk.
So
Nice
what would
when you go
happen
out.
if I showed up and I asked for a cappuccino with no foam?
we would
would-
just hold the foam
We
with
would
a
try
spoon.
hard to get you as little foam as possible.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. We would just steam it like normal, and then
Yeah.
get a spoon and
Scrape
hold
the
it
foam
back.
I really think the correct answer there was that you would laugh at me.
Oh,
No. We're not
No.
pretentious. We're not snobs.
Aw,
We're not here to be
yeah.
You
coffee
guys are
snobs.
so nice.
It's not. Yeah, people like it the way they.
We're passionate
like
about
it,
coffee.
so, yeah.
Don't cross us there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're not gonna create any friction to making other people excited about coffee.
Yeah.
Would you
So-
say you have the best coffee in Lubbock?
No. I like,
No.
like I don't like. I don't know. That's weird to say.
You
so.
can make some enemies. It's okay.
I don't know. We're
proud of what we do.
Yeah,
Say that.
we're really proud of what we do. I think we've definitely increased our abilities over the last few years. So, especially in the roasting arena, we've had a lot of help though. So, we had a guy come in from California that was working at a specialty roaster in California called Feast. And he came in and helped us kind of hone in our roasting game. Trenton and I had never roasted before, and
Much faster than we would have on our own. It's
Yeah,
kind of a
so
jump start, yeah.
that, and then Trenton went to a class with one of the bigger roasting gurus in
That's
April.
really
The
cool.
sensei of coffee roasting.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
like he's
Where
written
was
all
that?
the books and
We
all
went to
that stuff.
Chicago this last
Yeah,
year.
Oh, that's
It was
fun.
really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Trenton left
It was
me here.
great.
You didn't get to go.
Yeah,
but
I
he-
didn't get to go.
Hey,
He's
Yeah,
like,
I
don't
did.
worry, I'll bring
Yeah,
back
yeah,
all the
yeah,
information.
You
yeah.
don't bring
That's
your
what I
little
did.
brother with you
I
on
know,
things.
yeah. Kid brother had to stay home.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, Trenton got to go talk to that guy, and I feel like since that point, and after reading, like, continued to learn. Like, that's the thing that we've noticed about coffee is like it's like kind of a well of like you can go as far down the rabbit hole as you want, and if you think you've reached the end of it, you're probably just not looking in the right spots. So yeah, we've continued to increase our like capabilities and like quality, we think, just through purchasing better coffee and getting better at our
Yeah.
craft.
I mean,
So-
you guys, for being only open for 5 years, and I said this on the Gold Stripe episode, every single time there's top 3 coffee shops in Lubbock, Monomyth is always on the list. Every time someone says something, like, you guys are up there.
People are nice to us.
They're very
for
kind, yeah.
sure. Yeah. And I mean, I think that's also just because our team is nice
Yep.
to people. So, yeah, for some reason, we've been able to partner with like really nice baristas and people that really represent our brand really well. So they've been able to communicate that to guests, and they've been kind to our team and our business in return. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say over
So-
the past 5 years, we've learned a lot about culture building and
Yeah.
then delegation too. Just
That's
awesome.
more recently delegating, but then you've got to, secure your culture, secure operations, and then learn to pass that off and delegate.
It's
And
hard
so-
work, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
no,
is.
that's-
It is. And
that's
so we
rough.
always try to give as much credit to our team as possible because they're right now holding the shop down
Yeah.
for us while we're here too. So
But it's
shout out to our
good
team.
and healthy for you guys. I mean, that's part of it, right? You can't be a business owner and involved in your company doing all the jobs every single day. That's
Every
just
day,
not
yeah.
realistic. It's
Right.
really
Sorry,
not.
if you want to grow.
Right.
Yeah. So, how do you? It's always been such a mystery to me of like what practically can you do to build a culture that you want?
I guess define it first of all. So, starting with designing a culture rather
Yes.
than just allowing it to happen organically, I think is a good way to start that. And then being kind of savage about like, is this within our culture or not?
Yeah.
And I think we haven't really been like mean to people, but if something is against like the culture we're trying to create, we'll communicate that with them and kind of defend the culture over
Clear expectations.
Yeah,
Clear
and I mean
expectations,
even when me or Trenton have stepped out of the cultural like pulse,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll call each other out, or have the team has called us out too, just because
That's always fun.
Yeah, no, it's not fun. It's the worst.
We're kidding.
But we're better for it.
Because yeah, there's kind of like a third entity even above Trenton and I of like, this is Monomyth's.
Yeah, we're the
thing.
mouthpieces for this.
Yeah, but
Company,
yeah, we
yeah.
kind of started something that is its own thing now, and I think other people have bought into it as well, and so they want to defend the way it feels and things like that. And so it's been cool to see that happen too, kind of where people will assume the identity of the like company even above like, well, that's what Randall or Trenton like
Yeah.
is thinking right now, or
Yep.
or something along those lines. So
So
I like
they've
that.
learned it and y'all enough to where it does stand alone. And
Right.
that is neat.
yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah, we've been in those phases too. Like Randall was talking about culture. There's you have culture by default, where culture just happens and builds without any design. But then there is the more successful side of things when you can design your culture and curate it by who you hire, the values you hire by, your mission that drives you every day, all those things, and your main big targets and things like that too. Setting objectives and communicating those clearly so everybody can buy into something too. So
So
been
what
fun
have you
learning that.
guys done? What makes y'all different? What makes you guys the business here in Lubbock to work for?
I mean, I think, yeah, just the defining of the values and mission. We're just trying to create a spot that is welcoming and encouraging to people across the board. We've really had success like with hospitality and with interactions with people. So yeah, our mission is to like be welcoming and encouraging to the people we interact with. And then our values are pursuing the craft of coffee. So people who are interested in coffee, wanting to develop in that world and make a good like experience with coffee, and then communicating with candor, so just people that are able to communicate their ideas forthrightly but also fair and like in a
perspective of the-
team
yeah, in a-
team
yeah.
kind of like mindset. And then inviting and encouraging, so people that like want to have a good team dynamic, but they're also that way with guests as well. So it's kind of like team first. Are you wanting to be a part of a team and be welcoming and encouraging to each other? And then across the bar, like, are you able to like welcome people into our space and send them out encouraged?
And do you guys do that like all in store and during hours, or do you guys do company bonding retreats, or do you guys get away and go to, do you take your employees to these conferences
Yeah,
as well?
so Trenton,
or roasting
took
places?
two of
took
our
our roasting team to
yeah,
Chicago.
so that's why I got left behind, because we were
Yeah.
taking.
It was a
three.
roasting emphasis.
yeah,
so,
yeah, it was a
It was
roasting.
myself and our
emphasis.
two roasters right now. We all went to Chicago, so that was fun. But yeah, we crafted through. We've done retreats in the past. Our first year we went to Oklahoma City, and then 2 years later went to Santa Fe.
Cool.
And then we've talked about doing another one, and those are always really good and charging up, but they're kind of hard to coordinate.
with like, because now we're like a machine, right? So
Yeah.
there's a lot of guests that are like kind of expecting us to be around, and so we do have like monthly team meetings, and
Okay.
start each of those meetings with team meals where we can talk.
Oh,
and,
that's cool.
Kind of build team dynamic, and then just kind of recalibrate everyone to the same section. And then also our team is just really good friends, it feels like they all go play trivia on Tuesday nights. They invite us, but we have
We've
little
got kids.
kids.
Yeah,
so,
that was gonna be my next question.
yeah.
okay.
Well, you're about to get your chance right now because we're gonna do a little trivia.
All right. Yeah.
Great.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
a
They probably
great
won't invite us
segue,
after
Randall.
this. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, they're gonna see if you really.
Yeah, we're not gonna get
So,
into trivia
Look
night.
Good
Here
to
are
see if
30
you're
trivia
trivia
questions. They're
material.
like pop culture, but also coffee.
Okay.
Oh, great. Cool.
So kind of a
Pop
niche.
coffee.
Yeah. There's multiple choice though. So
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
They don't get multiple choice. That's not fair.
That's not
But it's pop culture too.
Okay,
so it's
fine.
like a.
On the
I
coffee
probably wouldn't
ones,
get
they
any
don't
of these
get.
right. So just saying.
Okay.
We'll start with Trenton because he's
Okay.
right here beside me. Okay,
Trenton's
Trenton.
actually good at trivia.
In the TV show Friends,
Yep.
what is the name of the coffee shop where
Oh,
the
come
group
on.
often meets?
Oh man. See, I'm not
See?
a Friends guy.
I didn't even say him yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
okay. Okay. Great.
That is incorrect.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
B.
No, okay. All right, you want to hear the options? Okay. Central Park is A, Central Perk is B, Central Cafe is C, and Coffee House is D.
Yeah, Central Perk.
You got it right.
Yeah.
Way to
And they
go.
also have a Chemex on the counter in the background in their apartment.
They
It's
did.
a pour over method in the background on
Really
Friends.
random. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
There are Chemexes in the background on Friends.
So should he get 2 points for that extra tidbit?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Next.
Okay, 1 point for Trenton.
We don't want to lose.
Yeah. Randall,
Gotta keep
Okay.
it fair.
in the movie Pulp Fiction, what kind
Oh.
of coffee does Jimmy say he buys? That's Quentin Tarantino's character. A, gourmet. B, organic. C, good. D, cheap.
A.
Gourmet.
Yeah. A.
It's C, good.
Oh man.
What? Oh yeah. Samuel L. Jackson says that's
Oh.
that gourmet.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
that was like a trick question
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was
Yeah.
a trick question.
It's funny.
What happens if we haven't seen some of these movies?
I don't know.
Then you guess?
We cry.
Well, I missed
cry.
the one
I
I
will
knew.
burst into tears
so.
on the spot.
You're like, I know this.
I've seen that movie a lot.
It's worse when you've seen it.
Yeah.
All right. Which
Samantha.
TV show, Samantha? Is it Samantha or Samantha? I never know. Which TV show features a character who frequently says, I like my coffee black like my soul? A, The Office. B, Parks and Rec. C, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. D, 30 Rock.
Those are all the same show. That's not fair. C.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it you that was telling me that I need to watch that?
That
Not
is,
me. I've only seen
that
like a
you?
couple episodes.
I don't know.
It's a funny
I
show.
like it.
Somebody recently said, hey,
What's
you
her
need-
name?
Did you get
That
us mixed
says
up?
It's way better
Yeah.
than Friends.
Y'all are sitting next to each other.
We look the same, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
I got the Friends question right out the gate.
I know, dude.
I'd be
you
careful
got
because
it.
she's like,
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, dude.
She's-
Chill
We were
All
raised
about
by a
Friends.
Seinfeld dad, so.
we had a
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
You were raised by Seinfeld?
Raised by Seinfeld.
Jerry.
Jerry Seinfeld.
It's a nice.
All right.
Good old Jerry.
Oh, I'm not going to give you that one. Eden, that one's me. In the film, The Devil Wears Prada.
oh, I can do this.
Okay. What type of coffee does Miranda Priestley frequently demand? A, Starbucks. B, Dunkin' Donuts. C, McCafe. Or D, Pete's Coffee.
A.
Yes.
Wow.
Did you know? a second
Okay,
one's
and
coming
also, what's her order?
Really?
out? She only tells her interns that.
Oh, yeah.
So right now you are tied for first, Randall. You're tied for second.
All right.
Fight
Perfect.
with yourself.
Good.
Okay.
Time
for a second. Okay. In Gilmore, this Trenton, this for you.
Okay.
In Gilmore Girls,
Okay.
Lorelai Gilmore is famous for her love of coffee.
Yep.
Where does she often get her coffee?
That makes so much sense.
I know this one, and I've maybe
Yeah.
seen like half an episode. Did you just spoil it for him? You just get the
No,
answer.
I didn't tell.
Do you need the answer? Do you need me to give you them?
I've seen the first 2 seasons of the show.
All
So
right,
you know.
got
I think
it,
I know.
dog.
Uh-huh.
You wanna
got
guess?
it,
I've never
dog.
seen
Is it Luke's?
It's Luke's Diner.
Yeah.
I didn't
Very
know
good.
Yeah.
All right. Randall, this one's for 2 points.
Okay.
In the sitcom Frasier,
Uh-oh.
what is the name of the coffee shop that Frasier and Niles frequently visit?
All right.
A, Cafe Nervosa. B, Central Perk. C, Nervosa Cafe.
Oh, that's
Or
not
D,
fair.
Cafe de Fleur. A.
Let's go A.
Yes.
Oh,
Good
cool.
job.
Nice.
I
Now
said
you're
I was
A.
de Fleur. There's an E at the end, and sometimes when it's like coffee, you say cafe,
Fleur.
and then
Yeah.
you see the E, and you're like, de Fleur, de Fleury, de Fleur silent E,
Floor.
de Fleur.
De
Yeah.
Fleur.
Savannah. What is the preferred coffee brand of Michael Scott in the office? A, Starbucks. B, Dunkin' Donuts. C, Death Wish Coffee. D, Utica's Regional Coffee.
Dudicas.
Did you say Dudica?
No, I said
Dudica.
Utica.
Oh. Yeah, that's right.
I don't think Starbucks or Dunkin' exist in that show.
I know, right?
I don't think so.
Boom.
They bring them the intern.
Okay, it makes so much sense now because on a Gold Stripe post, people were like commenting. It was like, who would you have coffee with if you could have coffee with a fictional character? And everyone was saying Lorelai Gilmore, but I've never seen Gilmore Girls, so I didn't know the reference. I just
Dialogue is
Mostly coffee.
cringe.
I don't like how they talk.
It's not realistic.
It's very Secret Life of
fast.
the American Teenager. I just can't get on board with shows like that.
Sorry,
They talk
sister.
so fast.
Sorry, sister.
All right. In The Simpsons, you're a big. She's a big. Eden is a big Simpsons fan. Everybody. What is the name of the coffee shop that parodies Starbucks? A, Java the Hutt. B, Lard Lad. C, Buzz Aldrin. D, Leftorium.
What?
I don't know.
Yes, pick.
Pick an answer for me. D.
Wrong.
Yeah, figures.
Java
A.
the Hutt.
Java
Yeah.
the
That's
Hutt.
Star Wars.
I would have guessed that too.
Java.
Probably. Just 'cause
That's
it sounds
so
cool.
Star
clever.
Wars?
Yeah, what a good name.
Star Wars Java
That's,
the Hutt.
Oh,
Yep, Java the Hutt.
And
Java.
So Java,
So
the
Java.
Hutt is a pun.
Okay, I did have one question though. I liked how you were talking about kind of how Monomyth is its own entity as far as hierarchy, and then you guys are underneath that. What? I'm gonna kick it back, but this is like the segue back, I guess.
All right.
Like, what are some of your influences on taking that structure?
Ooh.
On like who decided that structure? and
Yeah,
then-
like as far as you being in control of the structure. What was the word that you guys used? The culture.
Yeah.
culture,
Like-
yeah.
So Trenton got some marriage advice one time.
Yeah, the best marriage advice I ever got.
yeah, that
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
had some of to do with that. Yeah, can you
Oh
explain
yeah,
the marriage
he just
advice?
said it is. Somebody, the best marriage advice I got said marriage is its own third entity, and you are now part of it. It's like a car in the garage. Your goal is you want the car to be the best car in the world. You might have different opinions on what tires, what color, what engine, when to take it out, whatever. But your goal is to make it the best car in the garage. And so that's kind of what we talk about, like the business. Everybody on our team wants that car to operate the best, wants that car to look the nicest and perform the best out of any car around. But again, it's not all of our decision. And so we kind of operate knowing that, hey, we've all got the best interest in mind of this company, of this entity, So you can apply that to marriage, and you can apply that to business too. I think that works both ways too. And so if we can just kind of keep it in that perspective, it removes a lot of ego when you have those temptations to let ego slip in. You kind of just doesn't even let it in the door. So,
yeah. And then other people that we took inspiration from are like Cat and Cloud.
Yeah, we love Cat and Cloud.
Out of California, they're
Santa
a coffee
Cruz.
company that has a podcast, and they do really good stuff. And especially their early on things when they were kind of starting out, they kind of were pushing the same messaging, like as far as building a culture and things like that. And then there's been some other things, but I think we just kind of wanted to create something that potentially could outlast Trenton and I and is separate from us as well, just so we are not the only thing that makes it happen. Because I think all the companies that have been around a long time and that have their own like thing, like there's not really a single person attached to that anymore. So kind of like thinking of the end as well. It's like if we want to stop doing it or if we die or something, the Monomyth doesn't die. So, yeah.
Tell me about the name.
Oh, yeah. So we were raised by English teachers. And so our grandfather was an English professor. And so we had the hero's journey that you read about in every book. It's there's a guy who put the name Monomyth out there. His name's Joseph Campbell. He wrote the book, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. and it's the story in all stories. And so that just means what it is. We've got the hero, call to action, help of a wise advisor, goes to face the dragon, comes back changed to where they started, but bringing gifts back to where they came from. And so there's that story in every story. And so we liked it for that. We liked what it meant in that perspective, us just being raised the way we were. But the way that we've kind of now used it for our company and for our branding, when people ask us that question of what monomyth means, it literally means one story, monomyth, so one story. And so we always talk about our guests being the character, being the hero in the story, and all have different origins, all have different upbringings, places where we are, places where we're going, things we're going through and facing. But what we want to be is that place where you can go and be encouraged on that journey to go back out and face the day, knowing that you're in a place where everybody is going through it, and then two, we get to celebrate successes with people along the way too. We get to be that place. Think about those places like Friends. They've got a place they all go. Any big story, they've got like a place where they all kind of go and be charged back up, where they go hang out and things like that. So that's kind of what we want it to be, just one story, and everybody's in it. Everybody's on that journey, but we're going to be the encouragement, be the encouragers on that journey, celebrate the wins, and be there through the trials.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can't believe I never caught on to that.
Yeah.
Mono.
Yeah.
That's why we have all these weird
Mono.
Yeah, we've got
stories told in the circle as well. So the hero's journey model is like a circle with a line through it, where the hero starts up here, then goes this way through the unknown, and then has to go face the dragon down here, and then comes back to where he started, as a changed person. So
even within that image, it's the hero's journey diagram.
The circle with the line through it, and then this is St. George and the dragon. So St. George is fighting the dragon literally, which is kind of cool. And then the other one is the cowboy, Pecos Bill, and he's fighting a tornado. So even those two designs are kind of trying to incorporate the hero's journey into them.
Do you guys play D&D?
No.
We've never had the right friend group.
Yeah.
The right friend group.
You gotta try it. I feel like you guys would like it.
I think it would be fun. Yeah.
Or if you just listen to a D&D podcast, those are just fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of world building that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's basically just group storytelling.
Yep.
It's fun. I noticed that you call them guests.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
That's just we think words matter as well.
Yes.
So guest is kind of what we want to see people coming into the cafe as. So people who, if you're just calling them customers, it's kind of more like detached.
What can I get from
bit.
them? Yeah.
Or tickets or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's describing them as a word like guest rather than customer just kind of conveys the hospitality, and it kind of reinforces the whole mentality that we're trying to create at Monomyth. And they're guests.
I like how you said words matter. We try to make sure that we use the right words that fit our view of how we want to create our environment. And so we talk about our barista at the register. A lot of places call it, I'm registered today, I'm Reg, whatever, but we call it host. You're you are the face of the company. You're the first person that they're going to see, and your service is to the guest beyond just that transaction. We talk about in our trainings too, transaction versus interaction, and finding a way to balance that, because you don't want to just sit there and talk somebody's head off all day. It needs to be a transaction, but beyond that too, there is an interaction that you create, and it extends beyond just the swipe of the credit card and taking down that number. It's going to ask if they need more water. Did they enjoy their thing? It's how you would treat somebody in your own home versus what can I get out of somebody in this transaction? I did my job. And two, we talk about when we interview people, one of our questions is, do you see a difference between service and hospitality, and how would you define that difference? And so that's one of the things we key in on, is if they can distinguish the services. We always talk about service being, the coloring book. It's the black and the white. It's the picture that you're drawing, but then the hospitality is the color that you give to it. And
that's an idea stolen
we stole
from
that.
Will Guerrera, who had 11 Madison Park restaurant. He
Yeah,
was co-owner
yeah.
there,
We rip off really great thinkers.
Yeah, we rip off
not
a
all
lot
of
of
this is
ideas,
original.
so,
We're not going to take credit for all
yeah,
this,
but
we try to keep our ear to like really great minds for all this too. So
I feel like most places should be like, "Hi, welcome to our shop. What can I get from you?"
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah.
do that when
From-
someone came to your house, right?
yeah.
Like if someone comes to your house, you're asking them how their day was, what they were up to, or
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
It's
and-
cozy.
Yeah,
And
it's
it is
trying to
cozy
make
in
it-
there.
Thank you.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. We try.
We hope it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a whole house.
Yeah,
It's about to be 100 years old.
Yeah, 1920.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
building,
cool.
Yeah, the building will be 100 years
Yeah.
old in 4 years. So.
Yeah.
So why a coffee shop? How did you decide one day I'm gonna join my brother and open a coffee shop?
Yeah, we wanted to do food service a long time, I think.
Yeah.
We used to watch a lot of Food Network. I think for a while that was the only channel we got at our house. And it was like fuzzy and really distorted.
Yeah.
But me
You
and
guys
Trenton
aren't
would-
that old.
Oh, no. Well, we were, our parents were teachers and a football coach. So they didn't pay for a cable when we first moved into that house. And
Yeah,
so, so we were...
I remember when we got cable. It was like,
I
whoa.
was like, whoa, this is awesome.
Yeah,
They could
yeah.
flip channels.
Yeah.
But we still just watch Food Network anyway.
yeah.
Didn't matter.
Yeah,
matter,
yeah.
yeah.
So there was like people kind of in the early age of food trucks.
Yeah.
We saw some brothers making sandwiches out of a food truck, and we're like, hey, man, you want to make sandwiches? So for a while, we thought we were going to have like a little sandwich shop, I
Yeah.
think. But then we kind of, when we moved to Lubbock, we went to Gatsby's a lot because it was right
Yeah.
next to Coronado. I would cut class. Trenton probably did not do that.
First
But-
child, second child.
So,
Rule follower.
yeah,
I know
we
how
would,
that goes.
Yeah.
we would go to Gatsby's and get. I was just drinking chai lattes at the time, and then we both started kind of like nerding out about it. Like,
Yeah, got into the
kinda
craft of it.
got the taste for the, pour overs and things like that. And then we found out that there was a coffee shop coming to town from Dallas called Oak Cliff, and they were opening a cafe called Yellow House. And so we just went and bugged the owner there.
Yeah, we literally set in,
The third day it opened, me and Trenton showed up, and we were just talking to the owner like for 2 hours, and then he was like, "Okay, I gotta close now." So it was cool, and then one day he just said, "Hey, do y'all want to start training on Tuesday? Y'all want to work here, right?" And we were like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So like
That's why I've been
I
bugging
was
you.
I
yeah.
was only a senior in high school, and Trenton was a junior or a sophomore in
yeah.
college, and so we didn't even have like an application or interview or anything like that. He could just tell we were like extremely nerding out about coffee, and for some reason he enjoyed us being around his cafe. And
Do you
so
know that if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be married to Jill?
that's another thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we
Where's
worked
the
at
different story? Sorry.
yeah, we
Yeah.
worked
That's
at
later.
Yellow House for that time, from 2013 until 2018 when I graduated college, and we worked with a lot of good people there. A lot of the like stuff we were kind of most passionate about with coffee. So when we started, it was mostly coffee, but then when we kind of started interacting with people and guests, and we saw what you could do in the hospitality side of coffee, we really enjoyed that probably even more, and got to work with a lot of great people there. Aaron's wife Jillian was there.
Yep.
And you made the match.
I did. Yeah, I was like,
Well,
"Hey, Aaron, I work with this
And then
girl."
you wouldn't give me your number, so I'd ask.
I sent you her number.
Yeah, so I had to go to Trenton.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about it. I was like, oh, yeah, here's Julian's number.
I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I should give it to you. But he called her off my phone one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she,
Because we were in the band and hanging out. And then I was like, hey, I work with this girl who's really nice, man. And he was like, okay, let me call her. And so he did. He called her right then, and they talked. And then she came to a show at Gatsby's. And
now they
Randall-
have
me and Randall
three
fell
kids.
in
Now they
Yeah.
have three
Now they have
kids.
3 kids.
yeah. So
That's
me,
cute.
Trenton, and Jillian were all kind of like running around at Yale House together. Though.
Yeah.
So like we were kind of the three.
We eventually
Was-
became kind of like the
And-
leadership
and the
team.
Gold Stripe Boys.
Zach? I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
Yeah,
was it
Zach-
Zane and
so
Zach's
Zach,
part?
Zach was our first manager.
Yep.
And so
Wow.
he
Yep.
all together.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
This
so
is crazy.
like so yeah, we've stolen a lot of ideas from him. We stole a lot of ideas from
Yep.
Lance and Shannon at Yo House, and then some of the external, ideas that we've just brought in and because of interacting with other people and things like that. And so in 2018, when I graduated college, my wife's grandpa was like, "Hey, I'm considering buying a building in Lubbock." And I was like, okay. So we begged him to let us be his tenant.
Yep.
And he was very sweet and let us be his tenant.
Yes. Thank you, Bob.
Yeah. Shout out Bob.
That's awesome. So he
and-
bought your current location.
Yeah. So
Yep.
he owns that building, and
And that's always a make or break thing is your landlord.
Yeah. Landlord is number one. So
Yep.
when we got that opportunity, we just decided to go all in on it and worked on the building for a year.
Had a
and then
Kickstarter
opened
that
it.
was really great, really
Yeah.
successful.
And then opened
Thank you to
in
everybody who funded that.
2019.
Yeah. So
got-
y'all were
got it
only
going.
open for what, 7 months?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
sick.
Those days were like looking back.
And
I
you
love
guys
the COVID days.
don't have a drive-through.
Nope, we did.
We
during
had,
COVID.
yeah, we
Ooh,
did.
okay.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
hit my car in your drive-through one time.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I was like
Wow.
at the window,
That's some tea.
and this girl behind me.
What was her
it
license
like-
plate number?
Do you have it?
It's too. I didn't. She like came up behind me and like she barely bumped my car. There
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
no damage,
Shouldn't have been
but
there.
like she like touched my car with hers, and it was a little like.
She was ready to get that coffee.
And I just like pretended that I didn't notice because like I was
Oh,
like, it's not a big deal. Who even cares? She barely touched me.
It's
and then
COVID.
and then the
It's fine.
barista in the window was like, I think she just hit your car.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, I was trying to ignore it, but
Wow.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Didn't want to draw
Man,
attention.
That's rough.
Wait, so what did you do?
When it's
Well,
just
the
so
girl-
awkward, you're just like,
The girl
I don't want
behind
to
me, the girl behind me got out of her car and came up to me and was like, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, "I don't care. Please just let me go."
It's okay. Not even a scratch.
Yeah.
Aaron,
hilarious.
can you see me doing that?
No.
There would have been a fight in y'all's.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
she would have.
Dude.
I didn't like.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Oh, man.
And also,
Well, that's
my
great.
car is a disaster anyway.
You would be
so-
like choking to death and apologizing.
very nice.
Like,
Yeah, for her hitting her.
like that's your energy right
Thank
there.
you.
Okay, so do you guys have plans to open up a second location?
Man, that's a
always a loaded
that's a
question.
wild question. Yeah. But,
Well, how? Okay, first of all, come back to that. Hold
Yeah.
on to that. I won't remember that question, so
Okay.
you guys have to
Okay.
remember
okay,
that question.
another location. Yeah.
But how often are you guys in your store out of the week? Are you guys, do you put in a full 40 hours? Are you 60 hours? What are you?
I'd say we never clocked out. That's one thing about being a business owner is you're never really clocked out and you're never really not thinking about it. I'd say to some
Yeah.
extent.
In the
for a
cafe,
detriment. But yeah, in the cafe,
though.
like at the building, one of us tries to be there every day of the week.
Yeah,
Just-
we're
just
there,
being
but
present.
we only have like scheduled bar shifts like once a week.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what do you do during your time not there?
Well, one of the things that was a really great benefit of COVID that Randall did was during COVID, Randall was able to sit down and just write out all of our systems. So
That's
we have
awesome.
a database where like every recipe, our bar flow, like all the rules for how we do things is kind of written out for the most part. There's things that are always added and updated and things like that, but that framework was built that has really allowed us to have like some consistency and a common resource to like provide that training and make sure that we don't deviate from how we do things. And so that was really great, like our standards and procedures, things like that. So that was a really great benefit to that. So we spend time systems are big, emails. We do have a catering program that we try to communicate
we do a lot
with
of
our
caterings.
a lot of our caterings. So we kind
Trenton
of head
makes
that up.
deliveries for the roasting.
I do, yeah.
program.
It's
Okay.
kind of fun. I get to be
So
delivery
you guys
boy for
have so many
roasting.
more
That's fun.
outside jobs now
Yes.
that you don't have to do inside anymore because you've got people
Yeah.
running it. So y'all can
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
expanding and growing a little bit in other avenues
Yeah.
aside from opening up
So
another shop.
what we've been doing recently is like looking for a new roasting
Yes.
space.
Okay.
So we've been meeting with like real estate agents and other building owners, just trying to find a spot to roast coffee for the next 5 to 10 years.
So if anybody has
And so-
some
yeah.
2,000
Yeah.
square foot
There's
warehouses,
actually not a warehouse. I'm like, there's a office just right over here that
Oh,
just
hey,
opened
that'd
up.
be-
It's 2-story.
It's full of bees.
It'd make the
Great.
complex. It's not anymore.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
really full of bees?
It was full of
Yeah,
bees.
that's what Bobby said. They had to move out because they had bees in their office.
We got bees.
Make some bee creative branded honey. That's
Yeah.
what I need to
Okay,
do.
honestly though, just have a beekeeper move in there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, apiary. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
Save the bees.
Yeah.
warehouse.
Yeah.
Anybody got a warehouse?
So we're just kind of, and then honestly, like we help raise our families too.
Yeah, it's been fortunate for that. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been at the stage of life we're in, like with young kids and things. Trenton just has more kids coming online all the time.
Got 3 and then 1 due in like 3 weeks.
days.
So,
Whoa!
yeah, so
That's exciting.
So yeah, it's been really good to have
coming
a little bit
online.
of flexibility
Yeah.
with the family dynamic as well. Kind of comes with like sometimes working in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
but like it,
But
like
it's worth it.
So what's
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
stance on tiny children drinking coffee?
my second daughter Shirley, she drinks it black already, and she wants to smell it when I grind
How
it.
old is she?
She's 4,
Oh my
but she's done it
gosh,
since she's like
that's
2
so
or 3.
cute.
She's always said, "Smell like strawberries," or like she'll like tell me like notes,
Aw.
and I'm like, "You're gonna be our head roaster someday when you get old enough."
That
like,
is so cute.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it when tiny kids like coffee. Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even like it that much.
Yeah.
Like black coffee. I like my coffee way too sweet, and it's
Yeah.
kind of a problem. But
Yeah.
when tiny little babies are like,
It's cute. Their little hands over it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Little hands
So
on the cup.
yeah, we don't have a ton of work inside the cafes.
Okay.
We're inside.
And there's
the
times where
cafe
we do
anymore,
like
but-
with hiring and staffing, like we'll be on bar
Yeah.
more, but we're trying to build it to where we can continue to build it.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Okay, so warehouse next, and then I said second location, and
Yeah.
y'all didn't like that.
I
Tell me
mean,
why.
I think we just kind of want to be a resource for other people to build cafes.
Yeah.
Cool.
We enjoy the cafe and we love making that experience, but sometimes like having a unique kind of one spot
diamond in the rough.
diamond in the rough type situation makes it feel special and nice. And so I think if we do another cafe, it's going to have to be really
Yep.
unique situation. That's not really what we're after
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
though.
It'll present itself to us. We're not going to go actively
You're not
seeking it at
searching.
this time.
Yeah,
we might.
Yeah,
Who knows,
Well,
later
in
yeah.
the future, yeah, it could change, but we're not trying to be the next Starbucks or like something where
Yeah.
they
So
have
what if
multiple
someone wanted
cafes.
to franchise from y'all? Would you let them?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
Again, it kind of goes back to the culture thing. Kind of,
yeah,
kind
it
of being
would
like, we
just-
don't know how easy that transition would be to copy paste what we've
Yeah.
created.
The
you know?
McDonald's documentary makes it seem like it's
It's
just a great
system.
time.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
I haven't seen that documentary.
me
Oh,
neither.
you should
Yeah.
watch
Documentary?
it.
There's a documentary?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the
Michael
founder.
Keaton.
Okay,
Oh,
so
the
it's more of
founder.
actual film, but
Yeah, okay.
it, like
Supersize
It's
me.
when he.
I've been wanting. Yeah, I've been interested. Is it good?
It's really good.
I love those type of
really
like
good.
Social Network's one of my favorite films of all
The
time.
McDonald's
But, like-
brothers. It's a bummer. It's sad what happened, and
Don't spoil it for me.
I know,
Yeah,
but
don't
that's
tell me.
that's what it is.
All right, I got some more questions.
Sad.
Okay, I want to stir the pot a little bit. Just let
You
me.
want to stir the pot? Let's ask
Just
some
real quick.
questions
Okay.
and then stir the pot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Good point.
It's kind of fun.
Suspense.
Yeah, right?
We're making
Okay.
a film here.
Yeah.
Trenton, which Frank Sinatra song features the line, "Way down among the Brazilians, coffee beans grow by the millions"? A, the coffee song. B, Fly Me to the Moon. C, New York, New York. Or D, My Way.
I'm pretty sure it's B, Fly Me to the Moon.
It's A, the coffee song.
Rats. He has a
Wow.
coffee song?
It's
Man.
called the coffee song.
Yeah.
I'm behind
It's
on my
the
Frank
coffee
Sinatra.
song.
Rats.
Behind.
Behind, yeah.
Right,
Is he
Randall?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the song,
he's
One
still
More
going.
Cup of Coffee, who does Bob Dylan sing The Cup of Coffee is for? A, his mother. B, Before He Goes to the Valley Below. C, his best friend. D, his lover.
I'm gonna go with the mom.
Is Before He Goes to the Valley Below.
That was the weird one. I should.
I know, it's like, it's almost too specific. It's like, it's got to be a trick, right?
Yeah.
weird. Yeah.
Okay.
Me. Pick me. Can I go
for
next?
2.
Yes.
Oh, for-
There's so
No,
many
you
Bob
got one
Dylan
point
ones.
earlier.
Oh, I got 2 points earlier.
Yeah, you got 2 on that hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Me. Can I go next?
Yes, okay.
Ask Eden.
All right, in which song does Prince mention coffee in the line, but life is just a party and parties weren't meant to last? A, Purple Rain. B, 1999. C, Raspberry Beret. Beret, right? Raspberry Beret. D, When Doves Cry.
D.
Is 1999 B.
I don't know what that
Well, clearly.
guy.
All right.
Hardest
Failing
These questions
here
are
at-
Yeah,
hard.
what a wolf round.
It's
Redeem it.
okay.
Come on, Eden.
Yeah.
Carry the team.
Okay,
a lot of
Eden,
pressure.
you ready?
Yeah, he's laughing already. This is not gonna be good.
This is great. Which Otis Redding song contains the lyric, "Cigarettes
this
and
is-
coffee, man. That's the best place to start." A, "Try a little tenderness."
Can you sing it?
Nope. B, "Sittin' on the dock of the bay." C, "Cigarettes and coffee." Or D, "I've been loving you too long."
C.
Yeah, you got it right.
What is it?
Perfect.
Cigarettes and coffee.
Not coffee and cigarettes?
Nope. Soft
I don't
C
even know who
first.
that guy is.
Get
On this
that.
one.
Oh.
Me neither.
You're welcome.
Otis Redding?
Ouch.
Yeah, I know.
Up on the roof, sitting on the dock of a bay.
I know sitting on the dock of the bay.
All right, Trenton, I got one for you. Which song by Carly Simon mentions coffee in the line, "I had some dreams, they were clouds in my coffee"? A, "Anticipation." B, "You're so vain." C, "Nobody does it
Oh.
better." D, "Coming around again."
It's You're So Vain.
Ding ding.
My mom used to sing that song to me all the time.
I think this song
Aw.
is about you.
I think
Sorry,
my mom sang that
that's
to me
my
too.
second negative reference to my mom.
What?
You
But
got
I
a
love
great
my
mom.
You're a nerd.
I love my mom.
Fame.
Your mom
Very
is
grateful.
cool. She loves music, and that's
She does.
what I love
That's
about
all
her.
that matters in
And
the
I
world.
needed humbling. I was
You
vain.
did.
Yeah.
Maybe still am. I don't know.
Well,
So
Should we
Should sing it more often.
Should we?
Yeah, I should sing it to
Should we do a
myself more
quiz, a test,
Quiz.
to see if you're still vain?
yeah, It'd probably yeah.
okay, Randall,
What's up, man?
got a question for you. In The Big Lebowski, what does the dude order at the coffee shop?
The dude.
You need to watch more TV. You need to watch more 90s movies, actually.
I was not alive then.
That's not my fault. I wasn't alive in the 60s, and I have a ton. I love the 60s
Okay.
films. So, in The Big Lebowski, what does the dude order at the coffee shop? A, black coffee. B, a white Russian. C, espresso. D, decaf.
I'm gonna go with B.
Ding, ding, baby.
White
He likes
Russian.
the White Russian. Yes.
Dude, he's always drinking White Russians.
Yeah,
That's one of those
that's
films
too
that I'm
unique
like,
of an
oh,
option.
people like that movie a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a weird
Coen
movie,
Brothers.
dude.
I love the Coen Brothers, but that
Yeah.
one for me,
That
it just
one's
has not
weird.
stuck yet. Like,
That one's weird.
and I think maybe it's just like a little bit.
It's a little more outright uncouth.
Where's
Yeah.
my money,
Crass
Lebowski?
for them. They're a little more
It
subtle.
is very
but that's
crass,
a little
like-
You're
outright.
good for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I like me some Fargo. No Country is,
No Country's
and
one of the best.
I like
What?
True Grit too.
True Grit is great. Yes.
I don't know what they're saying at all.
The Coen
Movies?
Brothers. They some
Coen
of the
Brothers.
best.
They
dialogue.
did. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
What's No Country?
No Country for Old Men.
Men.
That was filmed in Vegas.
It
was.
was. It
My
was.
Vegas.
Yep.
Your
it was.
hometown.
New Mexico.
Our mom was staying in the hotel where they were filming it one night. Where she watched
While
the
it
car
was
crash.
shooting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
know.
She-
That's
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, we
Session.
were up at Blue Haven. She was in the
It's not
hotel.
just any movie. That's a top 10
one of the
for
best.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of the
that's
best.
I don't
Came
know,
out
man. That
right
movie
along
made
There
me
Will Be Blood, like-
depressed.
Yep.
I always tried to be an extra in those movies, and my mom wouldn't let me because I had to skip school for it.
Mm.
Hmm.
Okay,
Fruit of the Loom.
in the movie, The Matrix, what kind of coffee is Neo ordered at the beginning? What kind of coffee is Neo ordered at the offered? That's why I was like,
Offered.
somebody ordered it for him. Is Neo offered at the beginning? A, decaf. B, regular coffee. C, latte. D, espresso.
Yeah.
Those are all the same.
Words matter, right, guys?
They do. Words matter.
I think it's D.
D, C,
What was
B.
C?
Probably led you wrong.
Do you even remember what these letters were?
The Matrix.
It was
Espresso.
It was. I forgot A,
D,
but B was
espresso.
regular. C
Regular
was
coffee.
latte, and D was espresso.
Uh-huh.
Latte is espresso,
So what did he say?
but there was not.
Right now on the screen, it's counting down from 10.
C,
Wrong.
D,
Wrong.
espresso.
Regular coffee.
Dang it!
It's regular.
It was just regular.
Our
It's
inside
regular.
joke. That's one of our new inside jokes.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's
Okay.
just regular.
I got one
Okay.
for Eden.
Yes.
In Parks and Recreation, what
First
is
of all-
Ron Swanson's coffee preference?
I don't know.
Black coffee is A, B is coffee with milk. C is decaf. D is tea.
Ron Swanson. I thought it was like the Ron Burgundy guy from that one movie Jared likes.
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec. Ron Swanson. He's the guy with the mustache.
Great. I've never watched it.
Well, then you better
Gotta love
guess
it.
carefully.
It's, when in doubt, go
Phone a
with
friend?
C.
Decaf. You think Ron Swanson likes decaf coffee?
Sure do.
And it is incorrect, actually. He likes black coffee. You need to get to know Ron Swanson. I think you'd like
Oh,
him.
what does
character.
Y'all would
Michael?
probably agree on a lot, actually.
I have a question. I have a trivia
He's one of my
question.
favorite characters, I think.
Am I one of your favorite people?
I love you, Eden. Unironically. Keeps me up at night. All right, go ahead.
I have a trivia question
Okay.
For me? No, I'm
for
out.
The room.
the room.
The room.
So in The Office, there's an episode where Michael is in the car with Pam, and she drinks what's in his thermos. What's in it?
Cream and sugar.
Yeah, that's
Ew.
right.
It's just cream and sugar.
Randall gets an extra point for that one.
I think
Yeah.
I win,
You
dude.
might be at the lead now.
But he just lost his point from earlier,
Oh.
just to make it evening. Because he got a 2-pointer. I only did that because he was the only one I felt bad for.
Back to one.
All right.
Wait.
I don't got
Okay,
no
so
question.
earlier
Time for me
this
to-
week, I have some friends. She's gonna stir the
Oh,
pot
yeah.
in just
Oh,
a
yeah.
second.
Okay.
So sorry.
Someone
Just a minute. I have friends who met at y'all's coffee shop.
Whoa, crazy.
And they celebrated their 5-year Monomyth first day. And that's what they call it. That's what they put
Wow,
on
no
their
way.
Instagram and their Facebook. Do you know what I'm
Wow.
talking about?
I think
feel like I
so.
shouldn't say their
I
names,
think
but
she made my wedding cake. Yeah, she
Rose,
made my
yep,
wedding
that's right.
cake.
oh, cool.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, they celebrate their 5-year Monomyth meeting
Anniversary.
day.
That's so cool.
It's
Okay,
really
great.
cute.
You
Yeah.
guys
I
all know
forgot
the
that
same
they-
people because you're all 30.
Yeah, that's right.
Once you hit
It's a
30, you
small
know
circle.
everyone.
Yep.
It's exciting.
All
You
right,
get there.
let's stir that pot.
Time to stir
Let's
the pot.
I wanna
even-
know.
You
better,
guys
brother.
nervous?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys got any beef with whomever is next door who keeps towing everyone away?
Oh, yes.
What?
So-
I mean,
Oh, share the story.
yeah. So I mean, like the
I can't remember what it's called.
The sweet
That's
women down the street
At the Lubbock
are
Women's Club.
very protective of
Yep.
their parking lot because they have a lot of older members who need a parking spot. The one time a month they come to meet. So I mean, I don't know. We used to have some pretty heavy beef with
Yeah.
them.
You worked it out in the parking lot.
We asked
Yeah, we
the
took it to the
tow
parking lot.
company to. We asked the tow company to put up a couple extra signs. We try to communicate it
Yeah.
as best as we can.
Yeah, I remember.
Especially if there were not
It's their
signs to
lot.
begin with.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember going into Monomyth and there was a sign at your register.
Yeah, we used to have
And
to
I
have a
was
sign. Yeah.
so thankful for that
Yeah.
because I didn't know they didn't have signs in the parking lot, and I actually had to go
Which
move my car one
should-
time from your sign.
Well, yeah. Well,
Mm.
it's all technicalities, right? So, like in the
Yeah.
rules, it has to
but
be
like
10
play
feet.
fair, play nice.
Play
Like,
fair.
Yeah,
Don't be
so like they
tricky.
put it on
Yeah.
the wrong side. Anyway, whatever. So
oh.
they all there. I asked them to put up an extra one. They did, which was nice. The
Well,
tow
that's nice.
company, and the women's club, they're actually nice to me
Oh, yeah.
when I call them on the phone and stuff. I think they're just they know they have a valuable piece of land, and so
I just,
Oil under there.
Yeah.
they wanna.
There's oil
They
under
wanna.
there.
What do they do with their
hold on
building
to
the
it.
rest of the weeks?
There's
of the
nothing.
month?
It's
There's
usually
nothing
empty.
there.
It's
The
usually
parking
empty.
lot is empty
Yeah.
all the
It is.
time.
Listen, ladies.
Yeah.
And they tow you with like that within like 2 minutes
They
that
gotta
you're
make
there.
It's
that
as
money.
if there's somebody upstairs with the binoculars,
Binoculars
and the
watching.
tow truck on speed dial.
Yeah.
So what we're
The
hearing
record is 7
Monomyth
minutes.
hates
7
geriatric
minutes.
women.
Yeah, a
Someone
lady
got
got
out of
towed
their
in less than
car,
7
came in and
minutes.
ordered. We told her,
Stop.
"Yo, you got to move your
Where's
car."
the closest
She went
tow
outside. It was
company?
gone.
Clovis Highway, I think.
It was completely gone.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
It was.
It was fast.
Weird.
It was very fast.
They were
Yeah.
like, they just stay in their parking lot
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
ready.
it was wild. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them sitting in it.
I don't
Yeah.
remember who it was, but
pretty
someone told me
intense.
like yesterday or the day before that she like went in and ordered and then was like, oh shoot, I shouldn't have parked there, and went out. And they were like hooking up her
Yep.
car.
Yeah,
Had
you
to
got a
pay the
drop
drop
fee.
fee. Yeah,
But then she was like, okay, can I pay you? Who was telling me this story?
Yeah.
I hate that
Was it one of
so
you?
It's a
much.
drop
I don't remember,
fee.
but she tried to pay them, and he was like, "Oh, my card reader's broken, so cash only." She was like, "I don't have cash
Yeah.
with me," and so he took her to an ATM. She was like, "This is really sketchy."
It's crazy,
Wow.
man.
yeah, he didn't
Yeah.
want to get.
There's a little bit of that.
Write that on tax.
We've kind of let go of trying to save everybody because
or fight the women's club.
we're not gonna fight them at all.
The
It's
women's
their
fight
property.
club.
It's their property, and
their
they have
property.
every right to use it as they see fit.
Well, I
And
appreciate you guys looking out for people at least,
Yeah.
because you saved
Yeah.
my car once with
Yeah,
the
we
note
tried.
at the register.
Yep,
We try to save them
yep.
if we can.
And I've driven
Sorry.
people to the tow place myself that I knew personally. Like some of my friends got towed one day. I felt so bad.
my
It's like I'm
goodness.
driving y'all out there. I'm gonna help y'all. It's in the middle
But
of the night.
we do believe that I think if we continue to be good neighbors,
Yeah,
maybe down the line we'll be able to negotiate something with them. But
Yeah.
that's
Not
just
right
a
now.
hopeful
we're not
wish.
gonna try to
We're
be
always open,
aggressors
women's club.
or
If you
close
want
any.
to come talk to us,
Yes.
we would love to talk to you still.
Let's talk about purchasing some spaces.
Yeah.
renting
much?
spaces.
Everyone's offered. The architects have
Yep,
offered.
they're-
We've offered.
all the businesses have
Wow.
around
offered
us,
to purchase.
It's a great
lease,
location where it is. That
anything.
lot is
Yeah.
really great. So I think they are perfectly fine just leaving it as it is.
Yeah.
And that's their
That's what they
prerogative.
want to
Yep.
do. Yeah.
Yep, they have every right. So
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
yeah, we try not
Shout
to we try not to make too much drama about
Yeah.
it.
You guys
But
don't
it is
seem like
it is
you
a weird
would.
situation, and the only like negative things I've seen consistently when people talk about the shop is parking
Parking.
is hard, and so that's all right. So that if it looks too good to be true when you're parking at Monomyth, it's probably not good. Like, so don't park in the women's club.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow.
We should start
Yeah.
a protest one day. We should get all of us and 200 of our closest friends and just all go park in the parking lot there and stay in our cars.
With the parking
Wow.
brake on.
Move away.
I don't know what
It
that would
won't
accomplish.
be anyone from creative doing that.
Yeah,
so
we will
just
remain
gonna make
unaffiliated.
that
I
clear.
didn't mean
Yeah.
it. I was just kidding. It was just for jokes.
Women's Club watches.
It was
this
in
podcast.
jest.
I know. They're
Anyway.
watching us.
So
Ross from Monsters Inc.
they
He works
watch me.
there.
Always watching
Yeah.
you.
Wazowski.
What is the hardest part of being a business owner?
I'll speak for myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
And maybe for you too, but shutting it off. Like, I don't know where that valve is and if you can ever completely close it. But like the work-life balance can be hard at times. Like right now we're in a stage where it is pretty good, like where it's pretty great. But there have been times where it's like, oh man, I haven't seen my wife and kids, very much this week, or our schedules are off and things like that. So for me, that's probably the hardest part, is just the logistics with family. But again, it's a minor thing because we're in a spot now where it is pretty flexible as far as that goes. So that'd be my thing. And then there's things you don't think about, the PR side of it, or the HR side of it.
Yeah,
HR side of it. Policies that you didn't think you'd have to write for situations like
No fireworks in the espresso
yeah,
machine.
I thought
You ever have
people were-
employees fall in love with each other?
No,
It seems like you know something.
Oh my goodness.
no, not really.
Not really. So
Hold on.
Yeah.
Something just happened here.
Nah,
we're
we're good.
yeah, we're good. We have policies.
They had an awkward interaction one time.
Yeah,
we had it right.
fell in love, and then we realized, wait,
No.
not good
have
for the
policies.
business.
Yeah, we have policies. The policy writing side of things, didn't have my head wrapped around that.
It's a lot, and
Yeah.
it's forever changing.
Yep. Yeah. There's always
You're
some new thing you gotta
forever
go out and
because
meet.
someone does something, and you're like, okay, gotta go add this in.
Didn't
you
know I had to write that one down.
Yep.
Yeah, you should
Exactly.
read our handbook sometime.
Cool. All right. Cool. Yeah.
Then you
Policies
should
are
ask us,
fun.
like,
It is
what
wild,
happened
yeah.
with this one?
Yep,
Oh,
it's crazy.
Man.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know. The hardest, I don't know if it's hard. It
Yeah.
sounds lame.
We're fortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel very lucky to do what we do. But
Yeah,
We'll
and-
get to
No,
that.
but like
Yeah.
the honesty and the
Yeah.
transparency is what is awesome too, to showcase that it's not all sunshine and rainbows,
Right,
because
yeah.
that's what can be perceived, and it's
Yes.
so much grit, and it's so much
like the fact that you have to move past so much stuff that is difficult to keep it running.
you have to go through the difficult.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Yeah, just hurting feelings and
Yeah. Yes.
making awkward situations with people you like and things like that. So
Yeah. Even if it's a person that you're not really stoked about being on your team, and you're firing them, like
Yeah,
I still
that's
want to
not
cry
fun.
before and
Yeah.
after firing. You know, like I don't know, like I'm soft-hearted, but like firing is still hard. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
another
It's
human being you're looking in the
hard.
eyes of, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's hard.
That's okay,
You
life
know
goes
they're
on,
not
but-
going to take it probably the greatest,
Yeah.
but that's all the
Yeah.
presumptions you're putting in your head.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yep.
Sometimes they're right.
Yeah. Sometimes
But it
you're
is hard. That's
It
a
is
hard
hard,
thing to do
yeah.
as a business owner. But then it's like, man, okay, we grow from that and we realize who to hire
Right.
next
Yeah,
time
yeah.
and what interview questions to
Yep.
not
Yeah.
ask next time. And no, firing's not fun.
Yeah.
What's the most rewarding part?
I'd say getting to be with family. There were like getting to take we just started homeschooling my son, and I've gone up there with my wife and my son and just sitting there and watched them do homeschool. And I think that's really great. And bringing my kids up to the roastery and letting them climb on the bags of coffee. It gets roasted to 400 degrees, so whatever may fall off the kids, the bags are sealed. It's okay. But they have climbed on the bags of coffee at the roastery. And, just we were raised, our dad was a football coach, and we got to go up and be with him doing what he did all the time, go play at the field house, be with the team and things like that. And those opportunities to do that with our kids and our wives have been really fun too. So
Do
I like those opportunities.
both of your wives get to stay home?
Yeah.
Right now, yes. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
not
really
not
awesome.
because it's like financially.
Yeah, not because it's lucrative, but because we're making
Responsible.
sacrifices in those ways. Yeah, in other ways. Yeah. So,
Yeah. So
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're not like balling out or something.
Yeah, we're not just like, stay home, babe.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
actually,
don't
we
worry
were going to
about it,
ask, how
dog.
much
Yeah.
money do you have?
Yeah. No,
But
it's not like
in
that.
Not like that.
today's world,
Not like that.
Yeah.
It's a
in
Better Call
today's
Saul nail
world,
salon.
that is a luxury. We understand how. I mean, I hate having to send my kids. My kids are old enough to where they have to go to school, or
Right.
you get fined or some
Right.
crazy amount. First of
Yep.
all, it's ridiculous. But
Yeah, just leave those kids uneducated.
well, look, I have thoughts, but that's not for this episode. I don't know. That is a luxury that they do get to stay home and that y'all can do that, because it's rough out there right now.
Yep,
It
yeah,
is
it's
rough.
wild.
So
Yep.
that is really awesome
wild
that
world.
y'all get to do that, and I don't know. I think that's neat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But clearly, like you guys said, you're making other sacrifices.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're
We're
not
not- yeah.
like
Not in
Yeah.
any fancy houses. Probably won't be
Yeah.
for some time.
Yeah.
So, but we understand that's not the priority right now. It's kind of
And
family.
how many employees do you guys have? Do you call them employees? Do you call them? What do you call
It
them?
is team, but
Team.
we have 8 people besides us.
Yep. So 10 total.
So
Wow.
10 yeah, because
That's
we're
awesome.
technically employees too.
Yeah.
We have 8.
We have 8, but 8. She loves to.
She high-fived me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think the other thing that's really rewarding is like seeing ideas actually play
Yeah.
out or something. Like building something and then kind of like seeing it turn into a physical thing or
Yeah. After the grit and the sweat and the late nights, and then moving on the other side of it and being like, whoa, look at what's
at
up
that.
and running.
That's
Like,
crazy.
This
Yeah.
thing is functioning. There's a part of this machine that's running without us, cranking it every day.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
if
Do you
that's
have
what you're
that
saying.
in
Yeah.
imposter syndrome sometimes?
Oh,
Yes.
every
Every-
day.
yeah, every day.
I
Imposter
don't think it
syndrome
ever
is
has
a real
worn
thing,
off.
yeah. Yeah.
Since the
Yeah.
the beginning, like I mean, when I was leaving college, Trent and I, neither of us graduated with any business like acumen. We were
Humanities.
humanities.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had an emphasis in business, but that just means I couldn't pass business calculus, and so I stopped doing that.
But you're really good at business calculus now.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm a genius at business calculus now. So we were both humanities majors,
Yep.
which we were already like, oh man, none of us have actual business training, and so always felt like an imposter. And then now it's
Especially
still-
being young too,
Yeah.
because we have people that aren't much younger than us.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird too, where you're like having to,
Hey,
dictate
I'm-
what your expectations are to people that are just a few
Your
years younger than
age,
you,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
then that,
Yeah.
that's kind of
Yeah.
weird too. Yeah, we've had one person
One, yeah.
older than me.
Isn't
Yeah.
that odd?
It
when
is
that
really
happens?
weird
really
when you do have to do that. That's
Yeah.
been a weird thing. And we talk about going through these cycles too of what is it? The uninformed optimist,
Yeah.
the informed pessimist,
Yeah.
and then the informed optimist.
Yeah.
And so we've gone through those cycles with building things all the time. And
Yeah.
but starting out too, we were like, yeah.
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 I mean, probably for the first like 2 years, you're
Yeah.
just feeling like, okay, we can get this done or
Yep.
whatever. Then like 3 to 4, it was kind of like we are informed of what's going on and it doesn't look great. And then like I feel like this year we have been much more informed
and optimistic
about it. We hired a bookkeeper.
If you're starting a business,
my boy Blake,
hire a bookkeeper from day one.
And he's really just kind of helped us straighten a lot of our like mentality about business out and get things back into a spot.
Setting clear objectives. Yes.
If you're starting a business, a bookkeeper is probably number one.
If you can't afford to hire a bookkeeper with your business, don't start a business. Account for hiring a bookkeeper. Would be my advice.
Or train to do it yourself, but very heavily. Yeah, don't try to do it on your own if you have not learned yourself. So
Okay. Well, Jackson Brothers. Monomyth. Thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you all for having us.
This is awesome. Yeah. Love the new casual, comfy
Before
couches.
we finish, what's your best joke?
Oh man, I'm gonna borrow it from my wife. Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill?
To get to the bottom.
To get to the bottom, yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Adjacently, yeah, they were buddies. Yep.
I don't have a joke.
Just dad jokes.
Just dad jokes.
Dad jokes these days.
That's it. That's all it is now.
It has to be on the spot. Dad joke.
On the spot.
Yeah. Wit. But yeah. Thank y'all for having us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Now is the time for you to look at that camera, one of you, and tell everyone where to find Monomyth and what you offer, like aside from, because you sell stuff online, right?
Yeah. You can come find us at 2024 Broadway here in Lubbock, or at monomythcoffee.com, and we sell specialty coffee and provide exceptional guest experience. And so that is what we're here to do, to make everybody's day better with some encouragement and really good cups of coffee.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Stay Focused podcast.
You can find more episodes wherever you listen to podcasts.
Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you want more bonus content, you can join our Patreon.
Remember that your story matters, so stay focused.